What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to day 21 of my road to profitability. Um, as you can see today, we made $700 in the account. I'm gonna go over the trades I took. I actually took multiple trades today. Um, so yeah, and I kind of broke my rules today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie to you. I did break my rules. Um, so yeah, let's just go over it and let's see what happens, or let's see the recap. So coming in today, we had London manipulation, and I was aiming for New York reversal, right? So I was bullish on the day, and well, as you can see by both my profit and how the charts look, we were definitely bullish today. So yeah, where's market open right here, right? Like somewhere around here. So we have market open right here. Okay, so market opens, and off rip we drop like 30 points. It's kind of ridiculous, yeah, 30, and then like almost 200 on here, yeah, like 150. Ridiculous, right? So I'm a little scared to take. My bias starts shifting towards shorts because maybe we're just in a bearish market, right? But then I realized that there's a whole bunch of high resistance liquidity on the hourly, right? We take out Bink, we take out Bink, and we take out. There's some more here. It's on the 30-minute time chart, but we take out a whole bunch of liquidity. So I'm thinking, wait, are we in the hourly on this? No, okay. I'm thinking that we're just getting a whole bunch of liquidity to pump back up, right? And target London highs and stuff. In which case I was correct. We did end up taking some of the liquidity. So my first trade was actually on NQ, and this is kind of a doozy of a trade. I'm gonna show you why. So we were risking about $800 in this trade, or 10 contracts on a. Hold on, let me see the move on 80 points, right? So it's pretty big trade. So the trade starts here, right? And we are targeting for our first TP, we're targeting here for almost a 1-to-1, and then our second TP, obviously like London highs and stuff. For our second TP. And so what ends up happening is the trade goes on, we get entered, and immediately we get shot. Like this candle, I kid you not, formed in like, because it was almost the end of this 1 minute candle and it was up here, shot down instantly. So judging off of that and the fact that we already had a 200-point move, or technically, like, yeah, like a 200-point move between London, session and New York session, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was definitely fearful of this trade. So what ends up happening is the trade comes. I end up closing out the trade early, somewhere around here, somewhere in this point, and I end up losing about $700 on the day. Um, which obviously is super unfortunate. And so what I've learned from this is that, if I would have just held on to the trade, I would have literally, not only would I have made these $700, but I also would have made even more than that. I would have made about probably 15. I probably would have hit my target because we did come up and take this out. So that just goes to show how fear is, it's a true emotion. So is greed. All these emotions in trading, if you don't have these in check, um, they will get you. They will get you for sure. So, anyways, we end up losing that trade, 700 down. I'm feeling pretty distraught, honestly. Like I'm like, damn, should I just hop off the charts? Should I try to make it back? Like, what's the move here? And I remember yesterday, right? I was eating lunch, thinking, and I was like, maybe I should start moving on to taking more than just one trade a day. I think two trades, maybe three trades. That's pretty good. Three trades is kind of pushing it. But two trades, yeah, we can manage that. And so I was like, yeah, let's take two trades today. So super duper big loss. I was feeling, yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was pretty pissed. I like wanted to punch my monitor. Thankfully I didn't. But anyways, so that happens. We lose here, and now I'm marking out because I see that now it looks like we were just grabbing liquidity and trying to scare people off. aka me, right? So we bounce back and we get a break here on the 5 minute. Now I'm looking pretty good on this, but I want even more like I want the most confirmation I can get from this trade. So we break on the 5 minute, but I'm waiting for a break on the 1 minute after the break on the 5 minute, which we end up getting right here. So I put a trade right here, set my stop pretty low, honestly. My stop was really low on this. And my take profit was also very, very high. It was all the way up here. And as you can see, you're probably wondering, yo, you didn't even get filled. How did you make a profit? Well, what ended up happening is I ended up taking partials, I think right here, and then setting my stop to break even. Or no, not break even. I started trailing. I started trailing my stop. So I put my stop right here, right? And then we're doing good, we're doing good. We come up here, oh, we literally skimp, and then we come back down, and I'm like, okay, looks like we're going back up, so I can put my stop even higher now this time. Boom, put my stop like right here, somewhere around there, and then we literally get caught in the chop because it goes up again here, it comes back down, goes up again. And I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna move it here, comes back down, goes up, move it right here, stopped out. And we ended up making 800 on that trade, I believe, because we risked, was it 800? Something like that. Anyways, because we risked like 1500 on the trade. It was a lot. It was a lot of risk. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely broke my rules in that just a little bit. Um, and then I was like, okay, we're kind of forming an SMT here, right? Because we had these highs, right? And uh then we had these highs right here. Wait, no, that's not right. I'm trolling. Hold on. It's between here and here because the 5 minute is the 1 minute. Yeah. So I was like, okay, if ES is the leading index and we just formed an SMT and there's a huge gap because if we go on the 5 minute, there's a huge inverse gap here. So that's what I was targeting is that gap. I was like, yeah, let's take shorts on ES. And so my third trade, we ended up going against our bias, but for good reason. And so our third trade, we ended up when did I get into this trade? It was after a break. Was it here? No, I'm not sure if it was here. Oh yeah, it was here. Okay. So we ended up getting in right here, setting our stop right there. And then we targeted the top of this gap. And we ended up actually making a profit, which is amazing. Um, we literally pretty much got saved. We almost bottom ticked it. Um, and then we got like as you can see, reversal. Um, and yeah, and I was actually trailing my stop before I even hit a take profit because I wanted to maintain the profit that I did have. So even if we were still holding this position and holding it down to like here or whatever, which it looks like it's probably gonna go and take, we would have gotten stopped out here. But yeah, overall, I think today was like more of like an eye-opening day, like a learning experience type of day than anything else. And I'm kind of glad that it played everything played out how it did because I'm able to learn from those mistakes that I made, like the fear, um, and just the mistiming and stuff like that. Like all these actually it wasn't even mistiming, just really the fear factor, I guess, my emotions, keeping them in check. And I hope that like when you guys are watching, this series and looking back on these videos, you guys can realize like, in the future you'd be like, oh wow, like the reason why he has his emotions and can check or in check or his psych is just unfazed by the markets is because of stuff like this. Where I'm like building experience on that. Um, and yeah, I'm just super stoked that we were able to come up on profit like that. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So this week I didn't take a trade on Monday. I took a trade on Tuesday, but I didn't take a trade on Wednesday. So that's why there hasn't really been a video for a minute. The trade that I did take on Tuesday was a loss. I'm not gonna lie, it was a $400 loss. So that put our account back to break even. So like 50K and some change. Um, and so I didn't have my recording software on because I just didn't have it on. And yeah, it actually did go against my rules because I did take the trade after 9, which is the problem because I like my trades are supposed to be before 9, right? That's my time frame is from 7:30 to 9. And so that's why I didn't really want to recap it either because I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would have felt like a fraud being like, yeah, I took a trade after and I broke my rules. Um, so yeah, but I want to be transparent with you guys. And yeah, so I did lose 400 that day. Um, but it was break even because, we made a whole bunch of money before that on the account. This is our second week on the account. Tomorrow marks the official second week of the account being open. So halfway there, we're not halfway to our profit target of 3K, which it's a little scary. But on the flip side, price action is looking a lot better. Okay, it's looking a lot better for sure. It looks I mean yesterday was just terrible. Um, so I didn't trade yesterday. Like literally nothing, nothing. Right, and then this is today. Like, look at this. We have amazing price action here. So I am learning like when to trade and when not to trade. Now I just need to get my fear under control and my greed under control. I don't really have greed to say. I kind of do like set my stops where they should be set. But I know in the future that might change and I might get greedy. So I need to keep both of these emotions under control. And yeah, I want to thank God, for this opportunity that He's given me to be able to record these trades, trade, have my mornings open to trade. Um, and I think this is just it's I wouldn't say it's like it's a fun skill, but it definitely is like an amazing skill to have because I mean, you never know. Like you never know what the future holds for you. So that's why I like trading, because you kind of got to predict stuff. It's pretty cool. And obviously sometimes it's really boring. Like Wednesday and Monday, I didn't take a trade. I was just sitting on the charts for like 2 hours, no trade. Like that's kind of boring, right? No money made. Um, and yeah, so just wanted to recap that trade for you guys and post them on YouTube because I haven't posted in a minute. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, about anything, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys want me to go back to my original style of videos where I would actually, record the whole trading day and then just edit it so you guys can see the trades that I take, let me know down in the comments below. Either, yeah, any of that could work. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.